As I was saying before I so rudely forgot to press the button, I'm a king of kings, and I know I don't look like a king of kings or talk like a king of kings. I don't have hoity-toity perspective on life. I've seen too much ugliness, particularly in the British royal family and petty kings all over this world. I think of them and they make me want to vomit. It's a serious, serious, serious problem that is going to end this experiment, this human experiment, for once again. I am God's guy. I really am. And, I don't ask anything from you. You know, I collect my pension, such as it is. So, am I God's plant, and I feel fully entitled to. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody has the right to tell me which plants I can grow and which plants I cannot. From where do you get the prerogative to issue that kind of an edict? I am King of Kings, and I don't have it. I wouldn't presume to be caught with that honor person. See, you can say, well, he's just a crazy old man, and you're probably right. But if I'm not, this is the most important news that you've ever heard. You understand? Like, I am the only man who has ever been born that can prove conclusively, beyond a shadow of any doubt, to any 8-year-old girl or scientific professor, philosophical professor, the whole body of Harvard thinkers, MIT, the World Group, think tanks, and all the rest of them combined totally destroy them in 7 minutes flat. They're afraid of me where I live. They don't have any. They've convicted me of crimes that they're now ashamed of, and they're trying to hide. You got Detective Leach, who's probably full of endometriosis by now, or breast cancer, one or the other. You don't do stuff for free, sweetheart. You didn't know that then, but you do now. Everybody, absolutely everyone who sought to do us harm has suffered. Even in business. Like, guy gooses me for, say, 50 grand, loses 50 million, at least 30 million. Went from 12,500 square foot top floor office to practically a basement cubbyhole with his 2 sons and a really cute looking secretary. if you don't play honest, you suffer. It's not, people do not be honest because they're philanthropic. People be honest because it's a practical fucking thing to do. Believe you me. I was a mouthy little thief. I could see I was smarter than most other people, so I just ran roughshod over them. I would stay at fancy hotels and leave split before the bill was due. I'm 12 at this point, maybe 14. No, 12, 11, 12, 13 maybe. Come in with a story that, the desk clerks loved. Sent me up to my room. I'd order shrimp, champagne, lobster, just whatever I want. And so I invite my friends over. And the thing is that eating like that is okay for a goof, but, to do it every day would make me sick now. So, what I'm trying to say is there's a reason for the golden rule, and it's not for imbeciles and dweebs. And it's not for queers and boys that rather read books than play football. That's how they used to disqualify you from the army. If you like to read poetry or books more than NFL or whatever, then you were listed as 4A, sort of an unfit male, American male. It might cause problems in the barracks. Little did they know that half the entire, in fact, probably more, probably about 70% of the military is either latent or open homosexual. But call me no queer, I'll blow your goddamn head off or throw you or something. Fucking Obama. Out of all the things in the world to concern himself with, he concerns himself with a little fucking bleep on my blog, which refers to his homosexuality. Like, I don't know where those kids instantly popped up from, and I never saw a picture of Michelle Obama pregnant. But that just could be my lack of news watching. But, there's so much horseshit, there's nothing you can really believe. Certainly not in the Catholic Church. They're a bunch of fucking voodoo, mumbo-jumbo con artists. And have been since the year 360 AD. Like, I'm going to tell you how it is. You can kill me, you can like me, you can I don't give a fuck. I don't need to get elected, I don't need a vote, I don't need anything other than a few minutes of your time once in a while. I mean, everything is predicted. A king with eyes everywhere. And what do you call the internet? There'll be creatures that fly through the air with wings that don't move, and with knees that don't bend, and wheels where the feet should be. And makes a huge, right, thundering noise as it flies through the air. Would you call that a slingshot? How about an airplane? How about 100-pound hailstones that scorch a third of the earth? Could we call those bombs? Words are used very, thankfully, some of them are kept clean from malfeasance in the interpretation. But that was very well kept. Whatever that was, I forgot. So that's another thing. I'm getting older. And so my mind is not as swift as it was 10 years ago or so, when I was doing my best literature work, I think. Anyway, so you got to take life as it comes. Like I've had a pretty good life so far. Like, you know, I don't really have a whole lot to complain about. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I live in space that's more than adequate for me. You know, I could use a castle, but I wouldn't want to have to keep care of the castle. Instead, for me to live in the Vatican, I think is the stupidest idea God ever had. Like, I know it's not my job to wash all the floors and everything, but just even thinking of what needs to be done, every fucking candle needs to be dusted once a week at least. Can you comprehend the magnitude of the job just owning the fucking joint? And then you got all the pious Catholics with their fingers in the trough in the Vatican coffer, that they have theorized they can hold behind the Holy Seal that it does not broach our prerogative. Nothing is beyond our purview. Are we clear? Skull and bones? Are we clear of the Vatican? Are we clear, Mr. Ku Klux Klan? Are we clear, all you special people graduating from Yale and Harvard? You got a boss, which is me. I got a boss, which is your God. And I'll tell you, if I had my choice, I would rather have me as a boss than him. Like, yeah, I thought I was dying last week. Just, on my last legs. Basically trying to say goodbye to everybody without actually doing it. But, I wasn't sleeping and I wasn't eating. And you can do that when you're young, but you can't do it when you're old. Well, and party too. Like, that's the thing. I also got a bit carried away with the fancy drugs we have around here, which are really quite pleasant. Like, I am still continuing with the same chemical protocol as I was at 17 years old. I didn't do much heroin then, but I didn't like it. I still don't. But I did do a lot of speed, and we're doing significantly less speed, but adequate speed. Double my daily dose is enough to really upset my system. So I have to actually take it as doses prescribed first time in my life. Anyway, so what am I saying to you? Like, you have a king, and I'm not going to cost you much, like $2 if you're a U.S. citizen, $10 if you're Canadian. Kind of drag. Anyway, that's how it is. 2, the smallest currency in your principality. But more important is your notes. I want you to write me your list. And I want you to have read it to someone else. Made a photocopy of it. Give me the original. Along with your $2. Has to be paper currency. 2 the smallest paper currency. So if Mexico still prints a 1 peso note, it'll cost people like 5 cents. It doesn't matter. What matters is 2 of the smallest paper currency your principality produces. And that will legally create our agreement. The $2, the $5 is called consideration at law. And so we want to have it consistent with everything that it can be consistent with. So to keep things in every dimension clear, strong, clean, we're going to do it this way. So that's not right now. Down the line, when you're happy to pay this $2, this is $10. When you're just overjoyed, then I'm going to ask you to pay it. And if you don't pay it, I'm not going to kick you out of my kingdom. But someday you'll want to. We need to re-originate the cognition stream flow of humanity entirely in the next 15 years. Like, you're all mentally ill, 100%, even my wife. Think of it. We have 4 billion women on this planet. Not one of them feels loved or understood, known, or even has anyone who's interested in the subject. And I've spent the last 5 years trying to create a family of 7 to 10 wives, all in agreement with sharing me as a husband. And when God first told me to do this, I told him he's out of this contract. First of all, I'm not pretty enough to do this. Secondly, I'm not smart enough to do this. Thirdly, it's just stupid and no woman's ever gonna say, look at me and go, I mean, you want to have me devote my life to you and 7, maybe 10 other women. You're not really sure right now. But I can't fuck around with, okay, I'm stuck with you, and you can fuck whoever you want, and it's not true that I can fuck whoever I want. Like, only my wives. I can't, even if I want to. Just today, I got invited to go fuck on the streets. I was in a drugstore, and a girl follows me on the street and says, want to go have coffee? I said, sure. So she came and had breakfast with me. He says, I'm really horny. I'd like to fuck. You want to go someplace and fuck? I said, you know what? And I lied. I said, any other time in my life, I would have loved to. But now I'm in love. And I just can't, even if I wanted to. I couldn't get it up for you. Like, I'm really in love. I don't understand it very well, but it's never happened to me before. And you know what she said? She said, consider yourself lucky. Not many people ever get to see this. Take care of that, Arnold. Huh. I think she was a hooker. I don't know.